Hello, do you grow carrots? Do you grow them in buckets or pots or bags? Are you like me? Are you strapped for space? So you try to do the best you can with what you've got, what space you've got, and you plant up some buckets and you plant up some pots. Are you like me? Do you do that? Have you ever noticed how many seeds there are in these packets? I'm sure you have, but I'll just refresh your memory. Autumn King, 1,600 seeds in this packet. Right now it's empty. 1,600 seeds. What's this guy? Rainbow, 350 seeds. Amsterdam Forcing, 2,000 seeds. 2,000 seeds in that packet. That's a lot of seeds, isn't it? Norwich, 300 seeds. Flyaway, 500 seeds. And this one here, Purple Haze, 350 seeds. So there's hundreds of seeds, if not thousands of seeds in these packets. And how do you sow them in your buckets and your pots? How do you do it? I'll show you how I do it. And what's more, I'm going to dovetail in a few shots from a previous video, and I'm going to recommend that you actually watch that video. If you're interested in doing this properly, if you're interested in maximising your results, or at least giving yourself the best chance of getting some good carrots from buckets or pots, I'd recommend you watch that other video. It's all to do with managing your expectations, being realistic. Okay, so this is what I like to use. These are just a couple of pieces of old plastic netting that I've actually cut. Let me move these seeds off here. These are what I've cut to shape, and if you're a follower of mine, you'll know I like to grow in 10-inch pots, 10-inch buckets, and that's roughly 10-inch diameter. That will sit nicely on the top of a 10-inch bucket filled with a growing medium, and my preference being a soil-based growing medium. And then what do? Well, I use this grid pattern to enable me to sow my seeds thinly. It gives me a visual. So what I'm trying to do is not overcrowd that pot. I'm managing my expectations. What I don't want is a pot that's full of scrawny, skinny, misshapen carrots. I'm looking to get a few decent carrots out of this 10-inch bucket. Now, this would also apply to a 5-gallon bucket. It would apply to anything. But have a look at these clips and then come back to me. Okay, so you saw those clips. You may be wondering how I managed to sow those seeds individually in the grid pattern, and you may be wondering why the seeds look a bit bigger than usual, and I think they're a green colour. That's because they're a pelleted seed. It just makes them easier to be seen and easier to handle. But you can just as well use the method in that video, in the video I'm recommending you watch, to sow bog standard carrot seeds. They don't need to be pelleted seeds, but it does make it easier. So okay, imagine we've sown those seeds now, and we've got them evenly spaced, and we cover them up, and away we go. Here's the alternative, isn't it? Open your packet, pop some in your hand. You're not too sure how many you've put in there, but this packet had 2,000 in it, but there's a lot left in there, so you can't have put a lot in there, can you? Don't be surprised if there's upwards of 100 seeds in the palm of your hand now. There's none in mine. You need to use your imagination here, and then you do this, don't you? Across the top of your bucket or pot. And if they're one or two a bit close together, you maybe try and move them apart. That's it, or you may poke them in. But you're never too sure how many seeds you've planted in that bucket. You're not, because it's a scattergun approach, isn't it? It's a scattergun approach. And so why would you be surprised when you come to turn that bucket out if you've got lots of carrots growing there? Perhaps even hundreds, but they're all skinny and scrawny. Now it's something I wouldn't do. I wouldn't use that approach to sow seeds as a rule, but of late I have used that approach, and I used that approach for two reasons. Firstly, I'd already tried to sow those buckets with seeds using the grid pattern, and I'd done that twice, and twice those seeds failed. They didn't germinate. The carrot was a variety called Sweet Candle, and I got those seeds from China. There are videos on the channel that show me trying to germinate those seeds, and I couldn't make them germinate. And I'd lost quite a few weeks trying to make them germinate. In fact, I'd lost months. So I was playing catch up, and what I had several packets of seeds that were nearly empty, but I'd lost the will by then with these buckets, and so I simply sprinkled, put soil on top. I've done it the way I'm telling you not to do it. Well, hey, now we've got a result. Let's see how those carrots have turned out. I've got two buckets to harvest. I've got one bucket that was sown using one of those grid patterns, and I've got one bucket that was sown using a scattergun approach. Let's take both buckets, get all the carrots out, let's have a look at them, let's see the results. Come on. Well, I've got lots of carrots. They're all quite small, about as big as your finger, not much bigger. Okay, well, I wouldn't be happy with these. You might be, depending on what you're going to use your carrots for. If you're going to juice them, maybe these are okay for you, but I wouldn't be happy with these. I'd rather have fewer carrots but bigger. I think we're happy with this. All these carrots from a bucket, no bigger than that bucket. Come on, that's a result, is it not? And now what about this mystery carrot? Any ideas? It's a mystery. Okay, well, I think you can see from that if you're wanting any decent sized carrots, then yeah, manage your expectations, use a grid pattern. If you're not too bothered, if you think it's too fussy, which it isn't, but if you think it's too fiddly for you to be able to do that, hey, don't do it. Scattergun approach, but you saw what I got, and that's what you'll get. If you're happy with that, go that way. But if you want some bigger, more uniform, but fewer carrots in a bucket, use a grid pattern. Okay, I'm going to sign out now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm going to pop a link on this table to a couple of videos that show me using a grid pattern, and one of them will actually show you a result. It's a start to finish video. Okay, so I'll pop it on this table. It's called HGV Grow Carrots Start to Finish. HGV Grow Carrots Start to Finish. Watch those videos and then you'll see how I do it here at Homegrown Veg. Okay, this is Homegrown Veg signing out.